Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Wenzel Babes podcast. I'm your host, Salpi, and today, Destiny is finally back. So,
hi guys.
Hello, Destiny. I missed you while you were gone.
I miss you too.
Yeah. I had to film an episode with Allison, our social media manager. You guys should know who she is by now. And not that it was different or anything, but I was like so hyped to see you, and then you were gone, and I was like, oh.
And I wish I was there for that one.
Yeah,
that was
would have been a
number
good
2.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we will be having another episode with her, I believe next week, because it'll be like halfway through her like running journey, of like where she's prepping for her half marathon, and next week will be like week 4, so she's like halfway through. So we'll check in with her and see like what her update is, so we can have an episode all of us together.
When does she go on her marathon? Do you know?
I think it's November 11th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just around the corner.
Yeah. I'm so proud of her because like running is hard.
I know. When I heard it, I was like, no way. Like,
yeah,
it was
man.
so cool.
And we're all gonna go. You better be there too.
Where is it?
It's on Catalina Island.
Dope. I'm gonna go.
Anyways, so to get to the topic of what we're talking about today, Destiny and I, huh?
Destiny.
Yeah. Destiny and I both have kind of made some changes to what we're doing and like what our daily life kind of looks like, and I thought it was so cool because we didn't even talk to each other about this, and it just kind of like happened to be at the same time. And to say the least, like, I'm really proud of us because I think the decision that each of us made, though they are different, is a very big one. And I know for me personally, like, my biggest struggle was like asking for help. Like, I was so against that, but I'm gonna let you tell your side first. So like, tell us what you've been doing, because you've started this new thing. So go ahead.
Right now I'm doing a mock prep.
A mock prep?
It's basically like if I was going to compete or go to show. So
compete as in like bodybuilding?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a bodybuilding mock prep.
Okay.
So I'm doing everything like I would go, but I'm not yet. I'm not sure. But it's very different. So before I was in a calorie deficit and like really watching what I ate, and now I'm eating like a ton. Like, I think that's the biggest thing I've noticed so far.
Is that scary at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, because before I ate like loosely, like although it's still my deficit, I kind of ate like whatever I wanted. And right now I have a strict plan. Like my meals are set. I can't eat anything outside of that plan. So my meals are crazy. Like, I'm eating 5 meals a day, including a protein shake. And the portion sizes are insane. Like, breakfast is like 4 potatoes, 2 eggs. 4 potatoes.
Okay, wait, hold on. Are we talking like small potatoes or like
the
large?
golden?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So it's 4 potatoes, 2 eggs, and ground beef. And an orange.
You know how I feel about red meat.
You know how I feel about it. And a greens, so I'm drinking greens with that as well. And then, so it's just really different. And I had voiced to him, like, I'm really nervous about that because I'm not used to that, like I said. And he was like, don't worry, like, you need to trust me. And I was like, okay.
That's the problem.
Yeah. I feel like that's we'll go later into that, but asking for help and like being able to trust someone, you know, with your plans, with your goals. But yeah, it's definitely different. But I'm enjoying it a lot. I've only been doing the eating part for like 2 days.
Oh, okay.
But I've been doing the training for like 2 weeks.
Has the training been different than what you were doing?
In a sense, because like I said, like, everything is to the T. Like, I have to follow it to a T. And I have more specific like workouts to target certain areas.
Gotcha.
Which I love, because before, when I was kind of all over the place, I would train like glutes, right? But I'll be sore in my hamstrings. I'm like, why am I sore in my hamstrings? So everything is like very specific, and I feel it, and like that's what I love.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's so good. So while Destiny was like meeting with this trainer and like getting that ball like rolling, I ended up working out with one of my girlfriends at the gym. Her name is Nikki, and she invited me for a workout. Now, her boyfriend is a personal trainer, and he was training us together. And I walked into that. She was like, "Oh, what day do you want to train?" And I was like, on a Tuesday, because that's my upper body day.
Yeah.
And I didn't. Okay, Nikki is a very like small frame girl. She's very petite, and so in my head, I was like, I'm not wasting a leg day on that. I was like, I'll just like do an upper body day with you because I'm not wasting a leg day, like not feeling the burn or like sweating, you know? My guy. Like, I damn near passed out. Like, they had to get me a sugar packet, and I was like, this has never happened to me. Like, I thought I was so strong because I would pull very heavy weights for like 8 to 10 reps, 6 to 8 reps, if I'm being honest, and do like 3 sets, 4 sets of that. They had me doing like the same number of sets, but like for 15 reps. Oh my God. I had never been so humbled. Like, I passed out. That's never happened to me. I was like, y'all, I think I'm going to throw up. I went to the bathroom. I came back. I was like, I didn't throw up, but I'm super lightheaded and I don't feel good. He was like, okay, do you want to sit down? And I was like, yeah. So I sat down, bro. He like immediately came with a sugar packet. He's like, just eat this. And I was like, thank you. So then after that, it kind of made me realize like, oh, like I don't know how to work out. Like, I thought I was killing it because I'm always sweaty at the gym. I be sweating like a lot. Like, today I pulled up to the gym and I looked at my t-shirt and I had sweat stains already, and I was like, I didn't even do anything.
It'd be like that.
But then, so yeah, training with them kind of made me realize like, okay, maybe I do need guidance. And so I spoke to them and I spoke to him, and I told him like, listen, like, this is really hard for me because I always like had this stigma around getting a trainer because I felt like if I were to get a trainer, it would mean that I failed. I failed at reaching my goals by myself, and I looked at it as a damn, you fucked up type of thing. And so I expressed that to him, and he was like really like understanding, and like we spoke about it. And so we set forward this plan, and I was like, I need to go to Tulum in December. Like, I'm tired of going on trips and like taking pictures and like not being happy with like how I look in the pictures.
Yeah.
So I explained to him all that, and we like set forward this like plan. So he, like you, kind of like manipulated my macros, set a calorie count for myself. I ended up preparing my own meals, which I'm really like, this is a nerdy side of me. I prepared an Excel sheet with like formulas. So every single meal that I have, if I manipulate the calorie, the protein, the carbs, and the fats, it'll automatically calculate the total of calories, protein, fats, and carbs for that meal, but then also automatically calculate like my daily total.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. Like, I was so proud of myself. I was like, ooh, look at me, like using
That's
Excel.
Like a fun part of it.
Yeah. And I take that shit seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I be on there Sunday mornings before I go to the to church and then to the grocery store, and I'm just like writing out my meal plan for the week.
Honestly, I feel like because right now I have to weigh everything.
Yeah, me too.
So I low-key feel like a drug dealer. Like, I'm like
El Chapo up in here.
I'm like putting grams and ounces. I'm like
that's something that I think is like a really good tip though, actually. Like, I was wanting to bring that up because if you're trying to like achieve a goal, you think you know what a tablespoon of peanut butter looks like.
Girl.
Measure it. You think you know what 5 ounces of protein looks like. Put that on a scale. Yeah. Because it do not. Like, I was eating way too much peanut butter before.
Yeah. That's why when they say, are you doing exactly what you're supposed to? And that's where like you could mess up. Mm-hmm. It's just like, oh.
So if you're like on a journey, whether you're gaining weight or losing weight or maintaining your weight, measure your food. It's like the biggest lifesaver because there's no f***ing up. Yeah. If you measure all your meals, and it's not even that hard, just get a scale from Amazon. It arrives to your door and just like whip it out, put your plate on it, plate yourself, or prep yourself with your containers, and you're done. You don't have to think about it no more. But I lost my train of thought. If you know, okay, I'm putting in the work in the gym, all my meals are counted exact to what I need, then it's just like bulletproof. Like, you know, there's no f***ing up, you know, like, and if you do, that's on you.
And like, find the fun in it. Like, make it fun, make it something you enjoy doing. Right now, I think that's the biggest switch for me, is like I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'll prep like on Sunday, and I'll do everything for like the week. And that Sunday, I'm just like enjoying that
Isn't
process.
it so good?
Yeah,
I love meal prepping.
it's a lot different.
Yeah.
And
what were you
like,
doing before?
I honestly was just like, oh,
The
what
day
am I gonna
of?
eat? Like, oh, put it
Damn.
in. Like, I was very loose with like when it came to food. Like,
Damn.
I just eat
I've
whatever.
always meal prepped. I haven't always been so meticulous to like weigh every single thing, but I have always meal prepped, mainly because I'm lazy. Like, if I leave it for the day of and I have to figure out what I'm gonna eat, I'm a binge. I'm gonna eat way too much.
Yeah.
Or I might not eat at all, and like try to limit myself as much as I can. Like eat as little as possible, and then it come to
It
evening,
messes you up. Yeah.
I'm in the cabinet.
Yeah.
I'm emptying it.
And too, I feel like I was trying to come up with all these fancy ideas of like food. Like, oh, I want to make this cute meal. I'm like, yeah, that's cute, like every now and then. But like to do that every day, like it's not realistic.
Yeah.
Like, you need a plan.
Yeah.
You need a plan.
So I was okay. How your trainer put you in a calorie surplus, mine still has me in a deficit. I was so scared because when we went over, he was like, okay, this is what you're doing. And just to like set things straight, my meal plan before Eddie, my trainer now, was set by my brother-in-law, Sean. And he's a dietitian and a nutritionist. And he set that meal plan for me in 2020, and I was following it ever since. Like, it was just like what I ate. Like, there was no thought behind it. I kind of just knew what it's supposed to look like, and I would go with that for the day. When I met with Eddie, he cut down my calories some more, and I was like, holy shit, what am I gonna do? I found like after the first week, I was like, damn, I had to like force feed myself some of my meals because he had me on so much protein. He still has me on so much protein, like way more. I never understood the struggle. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. All the girls who are on their weight gain journey, who would like talk about how it's so difficult to like get their calories in, and like drinking that extra protein shake and making sure you hit your protein intake, and I would always be like, I don't get it. I don't get the struggle, because I'm on the opposite side. Like, I'm trying to not eat as much as I want to eat, like. But when Eddie put me on this new meal plan, I found myself like, it's 8:00, I'm trying to go to bed, but I need to eat. Yeah. Like, I need to have another protein shake. I have to have another protein bar before I go to bed. Like, I'm not meeting my macros. Yeah. And I'm like, damn. Like, I understand now. Yeah. Like, maybe not to the full extent because I don't have trouble putting on weight. But I finally, like, understood the girls. And I was like, this is kind of fucked up. But it also made me feel so skinny. I was like, ah! Yeah. And ever since then, after my first week, he's like, how are you feeling? I was like, I feel great, honestly. In fact, I'm having trouble finishing my meals. He was like, excellent, we're docking you even more. And I was like, what?
It's insane.
Yeah, so he docked me even more, but so far, like, I have a lot of energy, mostly because I think I am eating a lot of protein, and then carbs are like, everything else more is like manipulated accordingly. But I just feel so good. Yeah.
How's your sleep?
Could be better.
Not yet.
But I think that's my fault. Because I be on my phone before I go to bed, and
we all, no, but for me, I feel like my sleep is just like amazing.
Really?
Like, because of the heavy lifting, by 8:00 I'm like, I'm done.
Yo, the heavy lifting. Okay, hold on. I've never been so scared yet excited to walk into the gym every single morning. Like, I leave the gym feeling happen. I'm like, oh yeah, my body hurts, but I feel euphoric right now. Like, I did that. Yeah. And then the next morning, I'm like, I need to go to the gym. Like, I'm so scared, but at the same time, I'm like, I got this.
For me, it's the 2 days after. I don't feel sore the next day. 2 days, I get hit.
No, I'm scared every day I walk into the gym. I'm scared.
I never trained calves before, like specifically calves. Right. Okay. And I did the standing calves, and I was like, 40's nothing. Let me put on 60.
Big mistake.
2 days after, I could barely walk. I'm like walking like this.
Yeah, man. Calves are insane.
That's terrible.
Only happened to me. I don't train calves by any means. Yeah. I have pretty good calves. Like, I just always have. There was a time where my cardio, I was addicted to skipping rope. I just thought it was such a badass thing to do. And so I was just like skipping rope every day for my cardio. Bro, after the first day, I skipped rope for like 10-15 minutes straight. My calves were destroyed. I couldn't walk for a week. Like what you said, like it's the most insane feeling.
I didn't want to go anywhere. I'm like, please don't look at me. Like they don't understand. like how much pain I'm in. But the training part, I love training heavy. Like I love it. So the fact that I'm eating more and it's allowing me to go heavier, like I just love it. I love that.
What made you decide to like do a prep or a mock prep?
So I want to be a muscle mommy. No, I'm just kidding. I really want more defined muscle, and I realized I was getting really thin, and I was kind of losing muscle. I don't know how, or maybe that was just in my head, but I really want more defined muscle. So like that's my main goal. And when I had voiced to him, and I was like, I'm scared of like gaining weight. I don't want to gain weight. I went through 2 years of trying to lose weight, and now we're gonna gain it. Like,
which is why I was so shocked when you told me that you like were prepping. Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah, I know. It's like, girl, what do you mean? Like, but I was like, I just want something new, like, and I want to challenge myself, and I want to lift heavy, and I knew that the way I was eating, I wasn't going to be able to do that. So I had told him that, and he said, you know, my goal isn't to make you gain weight. My goal is to make you stronger, and what comes with that will be minimal weight gain. And he said, you know, is that something you're willing to do? And I was like, okay, like, let's do it. If we put on weight, we put on weight.
There's a fly near your head. I don't mean to cut you off, but it's like just like buzzing over there. I feel like this camera can catch it. It's like behind your head, just like flying.
It's because Selfie has a fruit right here.
Okay, we're in the studio, and I have my little pear for the like my meal later, and I just like left it on the counter, and Wayne was like, "Yo, there's whose pear is this? Like somebody left behind a pear. Like there's a bunch of flies over it." And I was like, "That's my pear." So, pear.
Yeah, it's because they're pear, not me. Gosh. But
maybe it's because you smell sweet like sugar.
But I forgot what I was saying.
You were afraid. He told you that if you want to get strong, you're gonna experience a little bit of weight gain, but not weight gain.
Yeah. So it's basically just strength. So
what do your workouts look like?
I still have 2 upper body, 2 lower body, but what I was surprised is that I don't have a lot of glute exercises.
Glute?
Yeah.
Huh.
That was the one thing I was like, I'm gonna miss it. But
you don't hip thrust or like anything?
I do, but I only do glutes one day.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would train glutes probably like 2-3 times a week.
Okay.
And so now it's once a week. And
3 times a week you were doing glutes?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That too, I realized I was overtraining. I was overtraining, and I wasn't able to go up in weight because I was overtraining.
Gotcha.
I was like expanding. But I have 2 rest days, which I take very serious now. I didn't before, and that was another reason I felt like I was overtraining.
What do you mean you didn't before? Like you would still train anyways?
Yeah. I was like, no days off. No days off. But I have, today's a rest day, and I have a rest day on Sunday.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I'm just like, this whole schedule, for me, I feel like what I fell in love with is structure, because I felt like I never really had that routine structure. And I feel like with anything you do for so long, you kind of get complacent and you stop challenging yourself.
Wait, define complacent.
Like you get used to that routine.
Gotcha.
So you never step outside of it.
Wow, new words.
To challenge yourself. You just get stuck to the day-to-day. So I felt like my structure was no longer benefiting me. So I needed a new one. Yeah. So this is my new one.
I think I can relate to that. Because like I said, like I thought I was killing it. And then I was showed that I wasn't. And I was like, oh my God. I lost my train of thought.
Okay, I'll just go back to what I was saying.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah, I feel like we get stuck in our routines, our structures, where you stop benefiting from them and you stop being productive with them. And that's exactly how I felt. I just felt like I was like a chicken, like running with my head cut off, just in autopilot, just doing the same old. So when I jumped into this, like I said, I'm like meal prepping on Sunday. That's something I never did. I'm doing running every morning, because still in my head, I'm like, I don't want to gain weight.
Yeah.
So I'm still doing the cardio. That's something I told him I wasn't cutting off. So yeah.
Was he gonna have you cut it out?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I was like, nope. Not today, sir. But yeah.
Did you feel like anxious at any point, or was it just like, no, I'm doing this and I'm confident?
You know what? I have check-ins twice a week, every week. And it's a sports bra and underwear. And that was something I was like, I don't know this dude. Like, I'm sending you a picture of my sports bra and my underwear twice a week, every week. Like,
what's this really about?
Yeah. Why am I paying?
That is really funny.
But so yeah, I was kind of nervous about that, because that's very like vulnerable. That's very uncomfortable. But
I remember when I was telling my trainer about like my weight and like where I'm trying to be and how much I eat, I was like, oh, like, please, I'm telling you my weight.
Yeah.
I can't do that. But I did. And then as I started telling him, like within that same conversation, it felt like that weight was lifted off of me. I was like, okay, bro, it's literally just a number. Like, who cares?
You get more confident in it.
Yeah. It was even just like speaking it out loud, because like I don't tell people my weight at all, like ever. I'm very self-conscious about it. But when I just told him and then the moment was over, I was like, that wasn't so bad, you know?
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
I remember when I first started my journey, I went to GNC, or is it
I think so. The supplement store?
Yeah. And that's when I already knew I was going to train with Anthony. And so I was already like pumped, like confident in it. So I went in there and I'm like engaging the conversation. Like, yeah, I'm 270 pounds. Like, I'm like just throwing it out there.
Does that sound insane to you now?
Yeah. Damn. It does. 270 pounds.
You fucking did that.
270 pounds.
270 pounds, my guy.
Yeah.
Insane. I can't, like, you really stuck that out.
Insane.
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 Sorry, keep going.
No, but yeah, you stop caring so much. Like, it's just
about the number.
Yeah. Because you know you're doing something about it.
Yeah.
It's like if I wasn't, I wouldn't want to tell nobody.
Yeah.
But because I am, I'm like, screw you. Like, I'm doing something about it. Like, I don't care. But, yeah. But asking for help.
So, I go to, like, a small gym. And basically everyone who goes to that gym knows everybody, because it's pretty small. And we're always the same people at the same time, you know? And so I was going to this gym for, like, a few months, like putting in my work, and then some of the trainers would be like, you know, you're putting in the work, like I see it, like you're doing so good. And I would be like, oh yeah. And then as soon as I would get complimented, I would kind of like let loose again, and then just like gain that weight back. And it was just like that kind of a struggle. And I remember when, you know, I met with my trainer, I was like, yeah, we're doing this. We shook hands, we signed a deal, like, okay, let's go. The first day that I had to go in and train with them, and then also the day that I had to go train without him, because he gave me like a workout plan. Both of those days, I felt like everyone was watching me. I felt like the entire world's eyes, like everyone was like, damn, she failed. That's why she had to get a trainer. Now, I'm in there, I'm like, yeah, I have my little plan. Like, I feel good. And it's like, even within 2 weeks of like training and eating with my trainer, I'm like, I feel good. Like, I look at myself and I'm like, you look good, like, yes. But it did teach me a lot about like asking for help does not mean you failed. It means you need help, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to need help. I remember it also made me realize, like, Tamara, one of our athletes, we're good friends, me and her, and when she was here, we went to train together, and she was like putting me through these workouts. Like, I thought I was gonna die. Like, I was not okay. And she had mentioned that she had a trainer too, I believe, and like her coach like would make her do that, and then she was doing that to me. And you know, now that I'm with a trainer and everything, I kind of thought back to her, and I was like, you know what, like, she's a pro. Like, when I look at her, I'm like, she's a pro. Like, she has her shit together. Like, she's training hard every single day, and she has the help. And I have the help, and that's okay. I think it was just like a lot of mental blockage, but it made me realize, like, doesn't mean you failed. If anything, it's like, heck yeah, you have a trainer. Like, you're taking it seriously. Because now there's
so
no backing
better.
out. Now there's somebody holding me accountable. If I go to him and I'm like, oop, I binged, or like I ate too much and I didn't meet my goal for the week, embarrassing. I would rather not. Like, that is not happening.
It's always cool to have someone who cares about your fitness journey just as much as you do, and is just as dedicated as you are. But like gym anxiety, I feel like
Did you have to change gyms?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if I want to say this, but I have 3 gyms right now, right? So the reason no, okay, the reason being is because when I was at 24, my 24 isn't 24. False advertisement. I need my money back.
What do you mean?
Yeah, they close at like 10 o'clock.
What?
Yeah, I have to go like 3 cities over for 24, like an actual 24.
That's like, change your name.
It's since like COVID. Like, they never went back. I'm
what
like,
does that even
girl,
affect?
Change it. Or give me my money back.
24 Fitness, this is for you.
What's his name? Dwayne Johnson?
Who?
Dwayne Johnson?
Is that his gym?
Yeah. I need my money.
24 hours is Dwayne's? The Rock?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Yeah. That's really cool.
He owns all the 24s.
Fun
not
fact.
all of them. I think he owns certain 24s.
Oh, I thought he was like the CEO.
No.
Like the founder of 24
I could be
Hour
wrong.
Fitness.
But I know he is owner. Or
okay, maybe like part owner.
Yeah, part
like
owner.
Invested.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
We should go find one of his locations and train there.
If it's 24 hours, because I'm pressed about that. Because
you work out in the middle of the night.
Yeah, if I need to, I will. But yeah, so it closes at 10, and so some days I would go later for whatever reason, and I couldn't, and I would be like, dude, I need to go to the gym. So I went and got a Planet Fitness membership, the one I used to go to. And I would go there like after hours, but then they just didn't have certain machines. So then I went and got a private gym, and I just never canceled the other one. I didn't cancel it, but but the other gym, the private gym, is a powerlifting gym. So gym anxiety 1000. Oh, because these are pros. These are heavy lifters, and I'm going in there like. Yeah. And what I felt, I know I've posted for some time, but I've been trying to work on deadlifts, right? And I can go up in weight, but one thing you don't want to do is keep going up in weight when you're not sure if you have the form right. And so I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm doing this right. I'm putting on the weight, like, but something about it just doesn't feel right. And so asking for help. I was at the powerlifting gym, and I just was like getting so mad because I just felt like I wasn't getting it right. And so there was a guy next to me doing deadlifts, and I had asked him like, hey, like, do you think you could like tell me if my form is okay? Like, I'm just not sure. And he's like, yeah, like, no worries. Like, yeah, totally. So I do it, and he like gives me pointers and everything, and I just felt so good after. And he's like, yeah, like, are you thinking of competing? Like, what's your goal? And we get to talking, and
then they fell in love.
no. And we get to talking, and he's like, you should definitely think about it, right? And so I was like, okay.
Is he the one who like pushed you into this?
No.
Kind of? Oh.
No.
Okay.
No. But if I never had did that, I would have never got the tips that I needed to deadlift, and I would never had thought about competing. And also he invited me like for more, gym sessions. Fun. And different things like that. And so it's like, if you don't put yourself out there, you don't ask for help, like, you're just never going to.
My favorite thing about like gym people, especially if you're feeling intimidated by like this big buff guy next to you, like putting in the work.
They're the sweetest.
They're the sweetest.
They're the sweetest people.
I love gym. Like, they're so scary, especially when you're new, or not necessarily, even if you're like experienced. Like, I've been working out and going to gyms for many, many years. Yeah. When I sign up to a new gym, it's so scary. Like, you walk in and you feel like everyone's watching you. But they're always the sweetest people, and I love the gym community so much.
The other day I got asked to spot some girl, and I was so like, I felt so honored. Like, I'm like, you want me to help you?
Dude, low-key though, do not ever ask me to spot you, especially for a squat. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm just behind you. I'm like, push, babe.
No,
like,
yeah.
I can't catch that weight.
I felt honored, but I was like, in my head, I'm like, bro,
how the fuck are you?
I don't know what I'm doing.
If it's a guy, I don't know. I don't even know what you're supposed to do when you fail at a squat, like as a spotter. If it's a guy, like, do you have to like bicep curl it? Like, do you have to squat with them? Like, I don't understand what you're supposed to do.
I'm just gonna tell them drop and roll.
Yeah,
like,
no, for real.
Drop and roll, because I can't carry that shit.
It's so scary.
You're lifting like more of my body weight.
I had my best friend working out with me, and because I didn't want to go alone. So I work out in the mornings. Everyone knows this about me. I work out in the morning. The first thing I do when I wake up is I go to the gym and I work out.
Oh, wait. Huh. Can I just say that for like a couple months you were the reason I was waking up early? Like, I wanted to get up early to go run or go to the gym, and I'm like, Sophie's up right now, I gotta get up. Like, no,
my heart.
So just let you know.
Thank you.
You're my motivation, Loki.
Stop it, it's too much. It's too much love for me right now.
But
on a Wednesday, I thought it was my off day because that was my off day. And then my trainer texted me like, I didn't see you at the gym today. And I was like, I thought it was a rest day today, my guy. Like, I'm so sorry. And so I told him like, okay, I'll go after work. I never go to the gym after work. Every time in the past, I've told myself I'll just go in the evening. No. Not happening. I'm tired. Like, my energy, by the time it's 3 p.m., I need to sleep. Like, I need to go to bed. Like, I'm done for the day. Nap. But that day I was like, you know what? Like, I'm financially invested in this. I'm emotionally and mentally invested in this. Like, I cannot up. There is no room for error. I'm doing this and I'm reaching my goal. And so I told my best friend, I was like, hey, you want to come work out with me? And she's like, yeah. So we're working out, and it was a leg day, and she's squatting, and I'm like behind her, spotting her. And then every time she would struggle, I was like, push, squeeze, push your way up. I can't help you. At that moment, when I stood behind her, I was like, what am I supposed to do?
It's like, Sophie, I can't push no more, so.
Okay, like, that sounds like a you problem. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to help you right now.
No, yeah, when I was spotting the girl, she was like, can I go for 2 more? I'm like, can you? Bro, I'm like, I don't know, can you? Like, why you ask me? But
that is so good.
Yeah.
Every time I thought Sylvia, my best friend, was done, I was like, well, that's for sure her last rep. I'm safe. I'm good. I didn't have to do anything. She would drop down for another one. I was like, wait, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
But you feel such, like, honor doing it.
Like, I'm happy to do it, but don't expect me to do it.
You're trusting me with your entire life right now. Like, the honor.
Yo, one time, I used to work out with my sister when I moved to California. And I was benching, and I used to be so weak at the bench. Anyways, so I have like a 20-pound easy bar, not even like an actual bar. I have a 20-pound easy bar. We're working out. I'm benching. I'm like, it's literally my second time benching. And she walks away. Next thing I know, like, this entire gym, I'm just like stuck at the bottom, and I'm like, help! And she just left me there.
Where'd she go?
She fucking went to talk to her husband and just like abandoned me. And I'm like,
did anyone help you?
Yeah, eventually they ran over. They lifted it off of me. But like, first of all, embarrassing. Second of all, embarrassing because it was a 20-pound easy bar. Like, it's not even weight.
I'm dead.
It's not even a bar. Like, it's an easy bar. Anyways, that was that. If you're gonna spot somebody, make sure you can spot them.
Yeah.
But I think to like wrap this up, because we did go, I'm so sorry, by the way, because once Destiny and I start talking, like, this is really is, we were like, we have such good banter, we should record ourselves. Yeah. And you're really just here listening to our girl talk when we catch up every week.
Yeah.
But to wrap this episode up, so asking for help and everything. If whether you're at the beginning, you don't know where to start. If you're at the very beginning, you want to go in, you don't know what to do, get a program. Follow the free weekly workouts. Like, every single Tuesday, Victoria is in the studio we're filming 5 workouts, so you can have 5 workouts, and we're posting them to our website for free. Name another brand who cares for their people so much. Like, we don't get any money from that. We don't generate any sales from that at all. It's literally just here is this resource. Take it from us, abuse us, like, use these workouts. So if you're starting out and you don't know where to start and you're afraid to ask for help, there's a resource for you right there. It's literally free. It's literally for you guys. Like, we don't gain anything from that other than the joy of knowing that we're maybe helping somebody out there who's like logging in and catching the workouts and actually doing them. And might I add, those workouts are hard. And I'm thinking we should do one of those one of those workouts that she does. Because I'm in here watching her record these every single week, and I'm like,
we should follow along. Like, her be like the coach, like the trainer, and we just follow along.
I'm so scared of Victoria as a trainer.
I've never trained with her.
I haven't trained with her either.
Yeah.
But I am terrified of training with her.
I'm down.
I'm so scared. I'm just so scared. If she yells at me, I might cry.
Yeah, I've never had a trainer yell at me.
No.
Well,
Tamara yelled at me.
Not
Tamara
yell at me,
yelled
but like,
and I was like,
mad.
I don't know if I'm like turned on by you right now or like terrified.
Not like yell, but like make me mad. Like, I think Anthony would tell me things like, "That's all you have," and I'm like, "Bro, bet." I'll go in. Like, yeah, it would make me mad. But asking for help, like, I know we make it sound easy and make it sound fun. Like, oh yeah, we get to do this, we get to do that. But I know when you are hyper independent, it is hard to ask for help. But
I felt so defeated when I like was talking to my trainer and we were putting together a plan and everything. And my first workout with my trainer, I felt so defeated. I felt like I was like, all those years of me in the gym was basically for nothing. Like, you weren't capable of doing anything, which is not true. Like, I did a lot and I did help myself a lot. But I just had reached a point where I needed help. I needed somebody to come in and show me the way because I had capped out with like how far I could go. But I just felt like such a loser. Like, to be honest, I was like, this is loser energy, Salpy. Like, you couldn't do it yourself. Like, you had to ask for help. And it's just so not the case. Like, it feels like that and it's really heavy. Yeah. But it's not the case. Yeah. And I'm so sorry, I keep cutting you off. I've also learned so much about my body. Like, some exercises, he made me do this variation of a lat pull down. And I looked at him when I was done and I was like, I've never ever felt that muscle before. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, I had no idea. And it's like, okay, dude, look at yourself. Like, you've been in the gym for like how many years? You succeeded, you failed, you started again. And there's still place to learn and to grow because you've never activated that muscle before. I was like, what is that called, by the way?
Yeah. No, definitely there's always like something to learn.
Yeah.
I don't care how.
I mean, even people who like professional bodybuilders, they do that professionally.
You know, trainers have trainers. Yeah. Trainers have trainers. Therapists have therapists. Like, everyone has help.
Even doctors go to the doctor.
Literally. Like, I know it sounds scary, like putting yourself out there, asking for help, because I know it's vulnerable. For me, like, when you're hyper independent, you are used to like not being able to rely on anyone. Like, but the only way that you can get out of that is start slowly. Start with baby steps, like asking for help.
Okay, wait. So for you, the difficulty was in that you didn't want to like basically delegate?
Explain.
Because my fear was I'm going to look like such a loser. Your fear was I don't know if you can actually help me.
My fear was...
Because you said I have to trust this person.
Trust. Because I'm doing something I've never done before. I've never tried to put on muscle. And that comes with gaining weight. And I am very sensitive to that.
Yeah.
So my big thing was trust. And...
trust that he can...
Trust that...
Get you where you want to go.
That the plan is going to work. And that he understands my concerns of that, hey... I used to be really big. I've done all this work to lose all this weight. And now my goal is to put on muscle. And I know that comes with gaining weight. And it's still something. I'm still like barely starting this. So it's still something that I am very like nervous about. But you have to get uncomfortable, and you have to trust the process, and you have to just give it your all and trust the results. And with time,
I didn't even think about it like that. I didn't even think of it as like stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing what's uncomfortable in order to grow. I did not even think of that.
Like, I'm eating so much.
Yeah.
And like you said, now you understand the girls who put on, you know, weight or trying to bulk. I'm like, I am so like, bro, this is so much food. There's no way.
Do you feel like it's helped you with your like relationship with food? Has it eased any stress off of you?
I think it's still really early for me. But I see now that food is really fuel. And I think that's what I'm realizing, because like I said, I couldn't go up in weight, and now it's barely 3 days in, I'm eating how I'm supposed to, and I'm doing all these exercises, going up in weight, and I'm realizing, like, if you have a specific goal, you need to be eating for that specific goal. Like, it comes hand in hand. So yeah, food is fuel. Food is literally fuel.
Weighing my food and eating exactly what I'm prescribed to eat healed my relationship with food in a different way, because I think I've always seen food as like, no, this is energy, this is fuel. I've always been like shackled to it, like it rules me and I don't rule it. And with having to like, with delaying the moment of plating my food and getting to the table, you know, because I have to actually weigh that shit out, and I have to make sure it's exactly to what I'm supposed to be eating for my exact goal that I'm trying to reach. It's given me like a sense of control over my food. And one of the blogs that I've uploaded, I think it was either this week or the last week, was about food logging. And I wrote about, you know, why maybe you should consider food, like logging your food and keeping a food diary, even though I feel like it has like a negative connotation to it. I know, especially for me at the beginning, it very much reminded me of like Tumblr Anna days. Are you familiar with that at all?
A little bit, yeah.
So they're just like the Tumblr culture back in the day. I was like sucked into that during high school, and I would like follow these like weird ass pages of like tips on how to not eat so much and blah blah blah, or like these ridiculous diets that I had no business attempting to do. Logging in my food reminded me of that at the beginning, but then it very quickly gave me a sense of control. I was like, and just like empowerment. I was like, yeah, I can reach my goal. Like, I'm not eating anything unless it's what I'm prescribed and it's what I'm writing down. If I am gonna eat it and not write it down, I probably shouldn't eat it then. And it's just like given me this sense of control. Like, I feel so strong now and not anxious about food, because I know like I'm deciding what's going in. You have no control over me.
I think we relate so much, like, on when it comes to food. But with that too, I feel like I have so much more appreciation for my food. Because I'm cooking it.
There's like a ritual with it. You respect it more.
I'm making it, and then I get to sit down. I just cooked this meal. Now I get to eat it. Like, and I'm like, because I said food is fuel, and I have all these meals planned out. It's like I'm on a schedule, and it's like you put time for it, and when you're not like having to eat at that time, you're not thinking about it. And I think I would think a lot about food. Like you said,
very
food controlled.
preoccupied with food.
And so when I would eat the meal, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like,
my next one is when it is.
When it is. Now I go about my day. Now I'm not thinking about it. I know when I'm going to eat. I'm not either worried about it.
That's another.
Looking for what
we
to
should
eat,
have a whole,
you know,
like episode on prepping and like food that way, because I've thought of these things but not like consciously. Like, as you're saying them, I'm like, damn, I remember when I thought of that, or like when I felt that too.
Because when you are that person who food does control you, it gets very scary. And
it's not supposed to be. Like, food is such a beautiful thing.
But I just really love the fact that like I have a plan. Like, there's a plan set in place, and like I had that before with Anthony, and I think that's where it like went a little downhill for me, right?
When you stopped training with him?
when I had that extra support. I think support is everything. I think having a team is everything. And when you don't have it, it becomes a lot difficult. And I know we talk a lot about being independent and you can't rely on anyone.
And you have to do this for yourself.
And you have to do this for yourself. And no one's going to come do this for you. But at the same time, support is what is needed. Like one soul, friends, like having that team is going to only excel you. And
it's also why it's important you make sure who you're surrounding yourself with.
Yeah.
That part, like, because you can have your friends who support you and who are there for you, but are they, like, when you look at the 5 closest people in your life, like, do you feel like, I want to be more like this person and I want, like, do they push you to do better? Or are they just going to, like, let you fall off track? That's really important too.
I like my friends to talk to me. I like my friends to talk to me because I know someone is, keeping an eye on me, not just me.
You mean tell the truth then?
Yeah, tell me the truth.
Yo,
be straight up with me.
My sister is one of those people for me. She will, like, catch me and she will say it, and I always get so heated. Yeah. But then I'm always like, at least she told me.
I hate it. I hate it when people beat around the bush or, tell me.
Like, straight up.
Be straight up with me, and because, it's only going to help me. Yeah. Like, if you're not,
and if you're offended, that's a you problem.
Yeah.
If your friends or like people like your family like call you out and you get offended, it's because there might be some truth to what they're saying.
Yeah, baby, might need to listen a little bit. But yeah, support, and also being that support, like you said,
like, to other people.
You need to be that support. Like when you have a group, you need to all bring something to the table. I don't care what it is. Bring a little something, a little treat, a little snack.
No one comes empty-handed.
No one comes empty-handed, Yeah. But, oh wait, I wanna. Okay, so when I first started, right, my journey, I had bought certain things like clips for the barbell and like hip thrust, whatever, like the little pad.
Like the accessories.
Yeah. But because I am doing this whole mock prep for bodybuilding, I bought my first sleeves, like my first knee pads, and my first belt. Whoa. And it was just like exciting. Like it felt like that new feeling how I felt in the beginning. Like I think that's what I feel right now. I feel just
a new start.
Like
the excitement.
I think that's what I needed. I just needed a new start.
I feel the exact same way. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Like
I'm getting pumped. But my coach is not even like, it's all online.
You don't even train with him?
I don't train with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. So in my head,
you really gotta be in there like yelling at yourself.
And when I want to quit, I'm like, no, get this done. Like, but yeah, that's the only hard part. Yeah.
You're still doing it.
Yeah.
You're such a good person, like a good human being. You are.
Sophie, stop.
Bro, you're determined. You're honest. You're hardworking. You show up. You're like a prime person. Stop. I mean that.
You are too. I'm telling you, when I was waking up at 5 a.m., I was like, Sophie's up right now.
The fact,
I better
I've
get
said
up.
This before, but the fact that I can inspire anybody is like,
no, yeah,
it blows my mind.
People that I watch too that aren't even like big influencers, they're like, they, I don't know how to say that. They're, they really motivate me. Like, and I want to tell people that. Tell people when they inspire you, because they never know. Because like me. Like you, because people sometimes think that what they're doing is for nothing, and you don't know who's watching, you don't know who's listening,
you don't know whose life you're changing.
Yeah, one life at a time.
Ooh, I did want to ask you, I don't know if we've talked about this before, but what was it like for you being a regular schmegular person to then getting 100,000 people watching you? 100,000, not to like trip you out or anything. 100,000 pairs of eyes. like followed you and watched you and continue to do?
You know, it comes with pressure, I think. But one thing I always remind myself is that these people are here because I'm just being myself. Like, I'm being authentically me. And if I did anything different, then they would stop watching.
Did you ever get like haters?
Not really. I think I told you this one time, but I stopped watching Booty King's YouTube completely. I don't never go on there.
I don't watch any of the content that I'm in for One Soul.
Really?
No,
honestly, me
not
too.
A single one.
Yeah, me either.
I don't watch any of the nutrition corners, the recipes. I mean, the recipes sometimes I have to. Like, I've seen a few of them. If Wayne makes them really funny, like if he captures my personality and makes it funny, I'll watch it over and over and over again because I just love laughing.
Yeah.
And I love my sense of humor.
Yeah.
But as far as like reels, when it shows up, like when Allison posts a reel and it's me talking about something, I'm like, nope. Next.
Yeah, I skip. I close Instagram. I log off for like an hour and then I go back. But on his YouTube, there would be hate comments.
That's so crazy.
And I think I told you one time, and I
Wait,
think
what was it?
I think I laughed about it. Like, it was when I first started. She was like, she's not even doing it right. Like, her form's off. She looks like she looks like she smells like burgers. I was like, damn, like this is going off, and like, damn. But I think something about me, and it happened over time. But like, I just laugh.
I think haters are hilarious
Like,
too.
I just laugh because I'm like, girl, you really took the time to stop and to comment that. Like,
someone I know, when they get like a hate comment or somebody saying mean to them, they go all out. They're like answering in the DMs and the comments, like they're fighting the person. And every time we're like talking about it, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
It's just so fun. Like, you left me a hate comment.
It's like, go cry about it. Like, but
that's funny.
Yeah,
we start getting hate.
I know. Don't stop.
Like, oh yeah, you cry about it.
I was very lucky, but hate words like that, where it's obviously dumb. Like, I'm not gonna waste my time on that.
Yeah.
But I sometimes see stuff as like, what is it? Productive criticism. I'll listen to that.
Yeah, I mean that's not hate.
But sometimes
that's literally love.
But sometimes I feel like people try to make it, but I turn it into.
Oh, like you take their hate and you're like, bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, okay,
that's respectable.
You might be right.
That's really respectable.
Yeah. So.
Honorable person.
but it happens over time. But,
yeah, of course.
But yeah, with the whole following thing, I still feel like I'm regular schmeckly.
Yeah.
Like,
that's something. Sorry, I'm so sorry. When I moved to California and I was like, oh my God, the land of influencers. The more famous people I met, the
regular.
More, yeah, like they're
regular people.
Regular people.
Yeah.
Like I used to think I would like lose my mind if I saw my favorite like YouTuber. Because I would romanticize like going to Hollywood Boulevard and like bumping into people. And I used to think like, oh my God, my heart's gonna stop when I see them. And they're such like regular people. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean like, if there's someone that you're looking up to and you're like, oh my God, like you're idolizing this person, by all means do that. Like use that to push yourself, but understand like that's also possible for you.
Yeah.
Because these people are people. Like they're people.
Yeah.
I feel like the regular was making it like negative connotation, but like they're just people. Like they're human beings.
Yeah.
And yeah, if there's anyone that you're like, wow, just know you can do it too. Yeah. Same with that they did.
They laugh,
and they
just
also
like how
asked
you
for
laugh.
help at some point in their journey to becoming who they are.
They laugh how you laugh. They cry how you cry. They bleed like you bleed. Like
they bleed like you bleed.
We're all just people.
Yeah.
Like, but I remember in the beginning, more towards the middle, I would go out, and I remember the first time I was recognized, and that was like, I was so nervous.
Was it a girl or a guy?
I think it was a girl. I think I was actually eating at a restaurant with my family.
What'd she say?
And she was sitting next to us.
Oh my gosh.
And we're eating, and I think I was low-key drinking. But But she had came up to me and she was a little older and she was like, "Are you Destiny from Instagram?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Hi." I was like, "It's nice to meet you." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, like I've been following you on Instagram for so long. Like I've seen your entire journey." She's like, "I just want to let you know, like I'm so proud of you." And I was like, "Oh my God, like thank you so much." And
That's so nice.
she's like, "I'll let you get back to your dinner." And I was like, I just was lost for words. Like because you don't see them, they're on the screen.
Yeah.
It's different when you're face to face and someone being that supportive, a stranger being that supportive. And then my family, like being with my family, it just felt like really weird. But in a good way.
How did your family feel about it?
My mom, like, I feel like she felt very proud.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a proud moment for her. But there was another
your
time.
Your daughter's being recognized for something amazing.
Yeah. And there was another time I went on a hike and I was with one of my best friends, and there was a girl and she came up to me and she's like, "Oh my God," like, and same thing. She's like, I follow you on Instagram. And like we were talking, and then after I was like, "Oh my God," I was like, was I awkward? Like I was telling my best friend, I was like, "Was I awkward?" Like I was like, I don't know what to say because like I'm not used to that.
It catches you off guard.
Yeah, it catches you off guard. So if you ever see me in public, like don't be scared to say hi, but also at the same time, like I'm really shy. So there's people at my gym too. They'll
really?
DM me and be like, "I saw you at the gym."
Oh
like,
my gosh.
So yeah, it's
that
cool.
That is really cool. That's me.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I also feel like my following's like a family. I really feel like we're tight.
That's good.
We're very tight. Yeah.
Yeah, because truly whoever followed you was because they were like, they wanted to like see where you go. Like they followed you for you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I noticed that I was very vulnerable. And I was very...
That's so scary. I don't know how you put yourself online like that. Like that is terrifying to me.
I'm very vulnerable and I'm very open. And I think a lot of people see that and can relate to that because it's hard to find that. Someone being so open and realizing that we are all human. We all share the same experiences. So they're going to relate to that. And that's why I feel like we're such like a family. Like we're just a little family. Bro, your fruit looks like kind of sad.
Hey. Ew, there's a fly on it. What do you mean it looks sad? I like fruit when it's like really ripe.
I like it when it's cold.
I mean, that's not even the same thing.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, a banana.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah, a banana. A banana.
When it's dark?
Not dark,
and
but
squishy?
when it kind of looks like a giraffe. You know, with the spots. So it's not like gross, but it's also not yellow. It's like a giraffe-looking banana. That's when I eat it, because that's when I feel it's like the perfect consistency and sweetness and everything. If it's green, I will gag.
I can never.
It's just so slimy to me. If it's like green, yellow, like nearly yellow, absolutely not.
Yo, if you ever need anyone to pick your watermelons, call me.
I trust you. You know, you got me eating watermelon so much.
No way.
Yeah, man. Because you were like, I love watermelon. I was like, you know what? So do I. And I'm going to eat watermelon.
It's the best fruit.
It's so good.
Yeah. I feel like a little weird, though, when I go in the store, because I'm like hitting all the watermelons. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for being interested. I don't know if I told you this, but the first episode that we posted, I went on there and I replied to all the little comments.
Wait, where?
I think we had like 6 or 7 comments on our YouTube page under our podcast episode. And they were all so cute. And then it was the One Soul account. So if you got to reply to your comment through the One Soul account, that was me. Hello. But I went down and I was like, so excited. Like, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
It was so cute. I was so happy. But yeah, thank you guys for being interested and for tuning in, because then we know we're doing this for a reason and that people actually care about what we have to say.
And we're still very new, so give us some time.
This is literally, we don't even have all our decorations yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I ordered a disco mushroom.
Oh my god.
It's not here yet, but it's coming and I'm so excited.
Where's it gonna go?
I also need to still patch up those paint job failures. Yeah. But yeah, it's literally our 3rd episode.
Yeah. Give us some time.
Yeah. I think we're doing way better already. Our set looks so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And let us know if you have any questions regarding what we spoke about today. I know we kind of went on a lot of different tangents, but point being, it's okay to ask for help, and help is available. Like, humans love humans, and humans want to help each other. And so if you're starting out, if you're in the middle, you like don't know where to go, or you're kind of in a limbo, ask for help, and we promise you, somebody will be so beyond happy to help you. And then you will feel so good about asking for help. So yeah.
Yeah.
See you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.